Take a slow, gentle breath in, and then let it out. Soft and easy. Again, breathe in deeply and release. Letting your body settle, letting your mind grow calm. Feel the quiet weight of this moment, the way your shoulders relax, the way your eyelids feel just a little heavier with every exhale. Outside, imagine the softest breeze moving through tall grass, the hush of leaves swaying, brushing against one another, the distant crackle of a small hearth fire warming a cottage. Everything safe, everything still, everything inviting you into rest. And now, our story today begins at the edge of a quiet medieval village, where fields stretch wide, golden with harvest. Your river glides slowly along the outskirts, feeding life into the land, carrying its music gently downstream. Beside that river stands a watermill, its wheel turning with calm, deliberate rhythm. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Sound as steady as a heartbeat, the heartbeat of the village itself. For in those times, mills were not just buildings, they were lifelines. Grinding grain into flour, turning the labor of farmers into the bread that sustained families. You can picture the wheel now, tall, wooden, weathered, but strong. Each spoke dripping with clear water as it lifts and falls. The river splashes against its paddles, droplets scattering into the air like silver mist in the morning light. Inside the mill, wooden gears shift and turn. Deep, low groans of timber moving against timber, like the steady breathing of a great, gentle giant. Flour dust lingers in the air, soft and pale, drifting in golden beams of sunlight slipping through small windows. The miller works slowly, carefully, guiding sacks of grain, pouring them into the stone grinder. The circular stones hum, turning with weight and purpose. The sound blends with the splash of the wheel outside, together creating a lullaby of labor, timeless and calm. The villagers come and go, their footsteps soft on the worn path, their voices hushed as if in reverence to the turning wheel. And beyond the mill, the river continues, winding gently through meadows, carrying the whispered stories of the day downstream. Here in this place, the mill wheel's murmur is constant, dependable, reassuring. It's like the rhythm of your own breath as you rest. Slow, steady, calming. Let yourself sink into this rhythm. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The heartbeat of a village, the heartbeat of peace. The river that feeds the wheel is clear and cool, sliding over smooth stones worn by centuries of movement. Listen in your mind to its soft gurgle, a liquid song that drifts easily to your ears. Sometimes a ripple, sometimes a splash, always gentle, always soothing. Close to the mill's edge, reeds bend and sway, their slender forms dipping into the water, brushing its surface with the faintest sigh. Dragonflies hover here, their wings shimmering in the sun, catching bits of light, scattering them like tiny jewels. Step inside the mill with me. The air is cool and earthy. The fragrance of grain lingers, warm and nutty, comforting in its familiarity. The sound of grinding stones is steady, deep, like a drumbeat in the background of time itself. And the wood beneath your feet creaks softly with each imagined step, a reminder of the centuries this place has endured. The miller's hands are rough, yet gentle, weathered from work, but careful in motion. He hums a tune, low and easy, the kind of tune that doesn't need words, only rhythm. His voice folds itself into the murmur of the wheel, the groan of the gears, the sigh of the wind, all blending into one long, soothing chorus. Look around. See the sacks of flour stacked neatly against the wall, pale dust resting like snow on the wooden beams above. See the great millstones turning slowly, their weight immense, yet graceful in their circling. Feel their vibration humming through the floorboards, as if the building itself is breathing with you. In and out. In and out. Step back outside, into the gentle light of evening. The wheel turns still, always turning. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Its rhythm is steady as the stars beginning to shine above. Beyond the mill, the village rests quietly. Smoke curls lazily from cottage chimneys, carrying the smell of baking bread. Children's laughter fades into the distance as families settle for supper. Animals nestle into barns, their movements soft and drowsy. And overhead, the sky blushes into deeper shades of blue and violet, welcoming the night. But here, beside the river, beside the wheel, time feels slower, each sound more spacious. Each moment stretched, softened, made tender by the murmur of water and wood. This is the heartbeat of the village. This is the rhythm of peace. And as you listen, as you breathe, you feel it becoming your rhythm too. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Stay here with me by the river's edge. Notice how the grass beneath your feet feels cool, soft, and forgiving. Each blade bending gently, carrying the memory of countless evenings just like this one. The watermill stands tall, proud yet humble, its timbers darkened by time, smoothed by rain and sun. Every plank tells a story of seasons passing, of floods endured, of summers heavy with grain and winters hushed in frost. The wheel continues, never hurried, never weary. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Its rhythm is endless, soothing, dependable, like a guardian watching over the people. Imagine leaning against its sturdy wall, feeling the faint vibration of the gears through the wood. A steady pulse, like the beat of a great heart inside. It reassures you. It whispers that all is well, all is safe. From the village path, a farmer approaches with a cart of grain. The horse walks slowly, hooves muffled on the dirt. The wheels of the cart turn lazily, creaking in harmony with the mill wheel itself. The farmer greets the miller softly, their words unhurried, gentle, blending with the sounds of the evening air. Grain is poured into the grinder, the golden kernels cascading like a waterfall, rattling gently before being swallowed by the turning stones. And soon, soft flour drifts out, light as breath, caught in small wooden bins. The cycle of nourishment, of work and reward, continues without end. And around them, life hums quietly. The river whispering, the wheel creaking, the sky deepening into night. A lantern is lit at the mill's door. Its glow pools softly across the path, golden and warm, a beacon in the dusk. Moths flutter close, wings beating silently against the glass. Their delicate motion reminds you of the way thoughts drift gently at the edge of sleep, appearing, fading, light as air. The villagers pass by, carrying bread, carrying laughter, carrying the ease of a day complete. They nod at the mill, grateful, respectful, as though bowing to the rhythm that sustains them. You sit near the riverbank now, the water cool and dark, the stars just beginning to reflect in its surface. Above you, the wheel turns and turns, steady, eternal. And as you breathe, your breath joins that rhythm, slow, calm, steady. The mill wheel's murmur becomes your lullaby. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The night deepens around the mill. The sky now a tapestry of indigo and silver, stars scattered like flower dust across the heavens. Their reflection dances upon the slow-moving river, shimmering softly with each ripple. The wheel continues its rhythm, always steady, always sure. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The sound has no beginning and no end, as though it has been part of the earth forever. Inside, the miller tends to the stones, brushes away flour with gentle care, his motions practiced, unhurried. He hums softly still, his tune blending with the nighttime hush. A song not meant for performance, but for comfort. A song that makes the very walls of the mill seem alive with warmth. The air inside is cool, but laced with the scent of grain, nutty and wholesome. It mingles with the faint smoky sweetness drifting in from the village hearths. Together, they form the perfume of a safe evening, a homeward night. Beyond the mill's door, the path winds gently toward cottages resting in silence. Their windows glow with the last flickers of candlelight. Families whisper together, voices softened by the closeness of sleep. Children sigh into dreams while crickets begin their steady chorus in the meadows. Return now to the wheel's side. Stand close enough to feel the mist as droplets leap from the paddles and scatter into the air. Cool against your cheeks, delicate, refreshing. The wheel creaks and groans with every turn, but it is not weary. It is strong, dependable. Each movement a reminder that time is gentle here, flowing like water itself. The river sings in harmony, sliding past stones, swirling around roots, carrying leaves in quiet spirals. Its voice is low, continuous, soothing. And in this moment, you notice how the rhythms around you mirror the rhythms within you. Your breath slow, in and out. Your heartbeat steady, calm. Your thoughts soft, flowing. As if you too are part of this turning wheel, part of this gentle river, part of this village heartbeat. The lantern by the door flickers softly, a golden flame swaying in the night breeze. Shadows dance upon the wall of the mill, weaving and stretching in shapes like dreams. You let your body sink into the softness of the earth beneath you. The cool grass, the hush of the river, the endless murmur of the wheel, all surrounding you, all holding you in safety. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The night is calm now, as though the whole village is breathing in unison with the steady rhythm of the wheel. The stars above are brighter, crisp in the clear air. They shimmer in patterns known to shepherds and sailors, guiding them home. But here, beside the mill, you need no guidance. Only stillness, only rest. The river runs smoothly, its surface dark glass, broken only by the glimmer of starlight. Sometimes a fish stirs beneath, sending ripples outward. And you listen to how those ripples fold into the steady song of the stream, another layer of calm added to the night's lullaby. The mill continues its song. Creak, splash. Creak, splash. Steady as a heartbeat, grounding you, wrapping you in its unbroken rhythm. Step inside again. See the beams heavy with years, but darkened but sturdy. Flour dust rests like snow in the corners, glowing faintly in the lamplight. The stones still turn, slow and patient, grinding grain with ancient strength. The miller has set aside his work now. He leans on the wooden counter, sipping from a clay mug. His eyes are thoughtful, calm, as if he too hears the wheel as more than just labor. He hears it as comfort, as time itself unfolding in gentle motion. He closes his eyes for a moment, listening, and in that pause, you feel the whole building exhale. A sigh of rest. Outside, the lantern continues its gentle glow. Moths circle, wings brushing the glass like whispers. Their delicate motion slows as the night grows cooler, and soon they rest too, still and folded, content in the hush of evening. From the meadow beyond, an owl calls softly, its voice carrying across the fields. The sound is low and steady, a note of watchfulness in the night. It drifts into the rhythm of the wheel, becoming part of the murmur. In the village, silence deepens. The last shutters are drawn, the last footsteps fade, and all that remains is the steady song of the mill, the breathing of the river, the sigh of the night wind moving through the trees. Your body is lighter now, your mind softer, as though you too are part of this cycle, turning slowly, calmly, endlessly with the wheel. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The moon climbs higher now, silver light spilling over rooftops, over meadows, over the slow-moving river. Each ripple glitters like a line of pearls scattered across the water. The wheel turns steadily, bathed in moonlight. Droplets glisten as they arc from its paddles, sparkling like tiny stars before they fall back into the stream with soft splashes. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The sound is hypnotic, a lullaby older than memory. Carrying you further into rest, further into calm. Listen to the forest beyond the mill. Tall trees stand like guardians, their leaves whispering gently in the cool night breeze. Their voices are hushed, as if they too honor the stillness of this hour. Branches sway slowly, casting moving patterns of shadow across the earth. Every sound belongs here. The murmur of the water, the creak of the wheel, the distant rustle of leaves, the call of the owl, all weaving together into one continuous song, one soft rhythm that asks nothing of you but to listen. Inside, the mill's stones have slowed. The day's work is done, and the miller has gone to rest in his small cottage nearby. The mill itself seems alive still, humming faintly, as though it remembers every hand that ever worked here, every loaf of bread that was ever born from its flour. The air holds a hush, yet it is not empty. It is full of gentle life, of waiting, of resting, of breathing. You step softly along the worn wooden floor. It creaks beneath your feet, echoing the steady creak of the wheel outside. One sound blending into another, both reassuring, both familiar. Pause at the doorway again. Breathe the cool night air. Feel how it settles against your skin. crisp yet gentle, wrapping around you like a cloak of calm. The lantern by the door has grown dimmer, its flame small and steady. It glows like a golden star at the edge of shadow, a reminder of warmth, of home. And when you close your eyes, the sounds remain. Creak, splash. Creak, splash, flowing through you, becoming your rhythm, slow, unbroken, eternal. Each breath you take seems to align with the turning of the wheel, each beat of your heart with the flow of the river. And in that harmony, you feel yourself drifting deeper, calmer, quieter. The mill holds you gently. The night enfolds you softly. The wheel sings to you endlessly. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The sky above grows darker still. The moon climbing toward its peak, bright enough to turn the fields to silver. Each blade of grass glimmers as if dusted with frost. Though the air is mild and soft, the river glides, unhurried, carrying reflections of stars along its surface, as though the heavens themselves are flowing downstream. The wheel dips into that mirrored sky with each turn, pulling down silver light, releasing it again in sprays of glittering droplets. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The sound is steady, patient. It welcomes you into its rhythm. Asks nothing of you but to rest, to breathe, to float upon the sound as if it were a current carrying you home. From the meadows nearby comes the faint, steady chirp of crickets. Their chorus rises and falls, weaving seamlessly into the river's murmur. Together they create a lullaby that reaches across the village, across the hills, across the night. You notice how the silence between each creak, each splash, feels even more peaceful than the sound itself. A hush so deep it seems endless. It's an emptiness that is not frightening, but comforting. It's a reminder that within the stillness there is safety. Within the stillness there is rest. The air is fragrant with earth and water, cool stone and grain. The scent of honest work, of nourishment, of life continuing in quiet circles. Step once more along the path beside the mill. Hear the gravel crunch softly beneath your feet. Feel the softness of moss growing between the stones. The earth cool, damp with dew that gathers under moonlight. The cottages in the distance are dark now, their windows closed, their people dreaming. You can almost hear their breathing carried faintly in the still air. The whole village at rest, united in slumber, held together by the gentle heartbeat of the wheel. Return your gaze to the river. See how it bends gently through the meadow, curving like a ribbon of light and shadow. The sound of it brushing against the banks is soft, eternal, and the wheel. It turns and turns, as it always has, as it always will, reminding you that even in the quietest hours, the world is never still. It moves gently, steadily, carrying you with it, soothing you deeper, calmer, softer. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Your body feels weightless now. Your thoughts softer, like mist on the water. Your breath slow and easy in rhythm with the turning wheel. The night has deepened into its quietest hour. That gentle moment when time itself seems to pause, when the world rests in silence, unbroken except for the soft voices of water and wood. The wheel turns, steady and sure. Each creak, long and low, each splash soft and tender. Creak, splash, creak, splash. You feel the rhythm traveling through the ground beneath you, as though the earth itself carries the wheel's pulse, slow and grounding. The stars above shine brighter than ever, scattered like grains of wheat across the vast sky. The Milky Way stretches overhead, a pale river of light mirroring the dark water below. Two rivers, one of stars, one of earth, flowing together in endless harmony. An owl drifts silently across the meadow, its wings barely stirring the air. It glides above the river, a shadow against silver light, before vanishing into the trees. Its call echoes once more, low and steady, blending with the night's chorus. In the forest, small creatures stir softly. A fox padding along a hidden path, a hedgehog rustling through fallen leaves. Their motions quiet, respectful of the stillness, part of the rhythm of night. The mill stands tall, its beams strong, its walls whispering with the memories of centuries. Every generation that has lived and worked here has left behind a trace laughter in the beams. Sighs in the stones, prayers whispered over bread baked from its flour. You can almost hear those voices, gentle echoes folded into the steady song of the wheel. The lantern by the doorway flickers once more, its flame lowering now, curling in on itself. Soon it will fade, leaving only starlight and moonlight to guide the night. But even in darkness, the wheel will keep its song, steady, eternal. Your steps are lighter now, slower, as though each movement is part of the mill's rhythm. You pause again by the riverbank. You breathe deeply, feel the mist against your face, cool and refreshing, kissed with moonlight. The water's voice is soft and eternal, whispering of distant springs, mountain snows melting into streams, journeys across fields and valleys. And yet here, tonight, it lingers in this village, flowing past this wheel, grounding you in the endless circle of time. Your breath follows it, in and out, slow, unbroken, as though you too are a part of the river's path, flowing gently toward stillness, toward rest. The wheel turns, the river flows. The night holds you. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The world is hushed now, cloaked in stillness, yet nothing is empty. Every sound is soft, deliberate, woven into the tapestry of night. The wheel turns with patience, its wooden paddles dipping into the water, rising again with droplets that sparkle as they fall back. Each drop a starlet tumbling into the river. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The rhythm is slower than thought, slower than breath. It belongs not to the clock, but to the earth itself. It's timeless, unhurried, eternal. Above, the moon has reached its height, a glowing lantern of silver that spills over the village roofs and rests upon the meadows like a blessing. Shadows are softened, edges blurred, as though the whole world has slipped gently into a dream. You notice the trees nearby, tall, ancient, their trunks dark and steady. Their leaves stir softly with the night wind, whispering secrets passed from season to season. Secrets of rain and sunlight, of snow and blossoming, of countless nights like this, each carrying the same rhythm, the same hush. The air is cool and fresh, filling your lungs with every breath. It carries the faint sweetness of hay, the grounded scent of damp earth, and the distant smoke of hearth fires gone to embers, each fragrance gentle, natural, soothing. Somewhere in the distance a dog stirs and barks once, then settles. Silence folds again over the land. And within that silence, the mill stands watch, keeper of the night song. Its wheels steady, its stones resting now, but filled with memory. The memory of countless grains, countless meals, countless hands that carried flour into homes where bread was broken and shared. The river hums softly as it bends past the mill, its voice low, ancient, endless, each ripple a note, each swirl a harmony. You feel how your breath joins this song. Inhale, exhale, slow, gentle, steady, as though the night itself is breathing through you. The ground beneath you is soft with moss and grass, cool with dew that glistens faintly in the starlight. You sink deeper into its comfort, as though the earth itself is a bed prepared for your rest. Your thoughts drift now like leaves carried by the current. No effort, no need to hold them. They float gently away, each one carried downstream into the vast hush of the night, leaving you lighter, calmer, freer, and always the wheel sings on. Creak, splash, creak, splash. A song without beginning, a song without end, a song meant only for rest. The stillness of midnight deepens, wrapping the village like a blanket of velvet. Every sound softened, every motion slowed. The mill remains steady, faithful in its turning. Wooden paddles dipping into the cool river, lifting droplets into the night, releasing them back with soft splashes. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Each sound echoes in your chest, slow and grounding, as though the world's own heartbeat is guiding you further into rest. The sky above is vast and infinite. Stars glitter in endless constellations, each one a reminder of stories whispered across generations. Shepherds once traced them, monks once studied them, children once dreamed beneath them. And tonight, you too lie beneath their watchful glow. Safe, small, cherished. The meadow rests quietly nearby. The cricket's song continues. a soft choir of countless tiny voices, their rhythm weaving with the wheels. Rustle, chirp, creak, splash. Every sound fitting perfectly, as though rehearsed for eternity. You feel the air around you shift, a soft breeze carrying the fragrance of river mist and meadow grass. It brushes your skin gently, cool yet soothing, as though the night itself caresses you into stillness. The cottages of the village are silent now, their windows dark, doors closed against the night. Inside, families dream, wrapped in their own rhythms of breath. And the mill watches over them. The wheels murmur a lullaby shared by all who sleep within earshot of the stream. You step closer once more to the water's edge. See how the moonlight paints the ripples, turning each one into a ribbon of light that bends and shifts with the current. Small fish stir beneath, their faint movements sending ripples that shimmer across the mirrored sky. Every motion is slow, delicate, purposeful. Nothing rushed, nothing forced. The entire night unfolds in its own gentle rhythm, just like your breath, just like your heartbeat, just like the wheel. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Your body grows heavier now, sinking deeper into the earth's embrace. Your thoughts softer, fading like mist. The more you listen, the more you feel the wheels murmur weaving through you. Steady, soothing, eternal. And in that rhythm, you find peace. In that rhythm, you find rest. The wheel turns, the river flows. The night holds you in silence and song. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The moon has begun its slow descent across the sky, though it still shines brightly, its silver glow stretching over rooftops and fields. Every shadow softened, every edge blurred, as if the world itself has been dipped in quiet light. The mill wheel turns, endlessly patient. Droplets glisten as they leap from its paddles, scattering into the cool night air. They fall like silver pearls into the river, sending ripples outward, soft and fleeting. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Each sound is steady, predictable, like a promise that never breaks. The village slumbers, wrapped in peace. No footsteps, no voices, only the hush of breath rising from the cottages. Children dream of golden fields and warm loaves of bread, while elders rest in the comfort of a life lived close to the land, all held in safety by the soft murmur of the wheel. The air grows cooler, kissed with dew. A mist rises from the river, curling around the wheel and drifting toward the meadow. Moves like a veil, soft and shimmering in the moonlight. Owls call softly from the trees, their voices deep and steady. Sometimes wings stir, a shadow gliding through the night air, silent, graceful. Each sound fades quickly back into stillness, into the great quiet that covers the land. The forest nearby breathes gently. Leaves shift with the faint breeze, branches creak softly, and now and then a pino cone falls, its sound sharp but quickly swallowed by the night. Every noise is part of the rhythm, another instrument in the mill's endless song. Step closer again, feel the wooden beams of the mill beneath your hand. Rough, solid, carrying the warmth of centuries of work. The grain of the wood is marked with time, yet still strong, still standing tall. Just as the wheel turns, just as the river flows, just as the night whispers on, close your eyes, listening. The creak of the wood, the splash of the water, the murmur of the current, the whisper of leaves, all sounds folding together, slow and seamless, carrying you deeper into peace. Your body feels lighter, as though each breath releases weight you no longer need. Each exhale carries away thought, each inhale fills you with calm. You are part of the wheel now, part of the river, part of the night. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The rhythm is endless, the rhythm is yours. The hour grows late, and the world is wrapped in velvet silence. The kind of silence that feels full, alive, humming softly with hidden life. The wheel continues its song, steady and unbroken. Every turn the same, yet each one carrying you deeper into rest. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The sound has no urgency, no haste. It is the sound of eternity, of cycles turning without end. The river glides onward, dark and reflective beneath the moon. Mist rises from its surface, swirling and folding in delicate patterns, as if the night itself is exhaling dreams into the world. Along the banks, reeds sway gently, brushing against one another with faint whispers. Frogs stir softly in the shallows, their calls low and rhythmic, weaving into the mill's lullaby. From the meadow drifts the scent of wildflowers and grass, sweet and grounding. Fragrance mingles with the damp, cool breath of the river, creating an air that soothes with every inhale. The cottages remain still, windows dark, doors closed. Yet you can feel the warmth within, families curled under blankets, children safe in sleep, embers glowing faintly in hearths that will spark again come dawn. Above, the stars glimmer endlessly, patient and watchful. Some twinkle brightly, others faint, together forming rivers of light that match the flowing current below. It feels as though the sky and the river are mirrors, one infinite, one near, both carrying you deeper into stillness. You pause at the wheel's edge. The wooden paddles groan softly, water rushing and dripping, droplets scattering into the air before falling again into the river.
Cool.
Mist kisses your skin, grounding you further, reminding you of the rhythm that carries all life forward. Your breath falls into step with the sound. Inhale with the creak, exhale with the splash. A perfect harmony, effortless, endless. Your body softens, your thoughts grow faint like smoke curling into the night sky. Each exhale carries away weight. Each inhale fills you with calm. You feel the world holding you, earth beneath, sky above, river beside, wheel turning endlessly. Every part of nature weaving around you in peace, in safety, in stillness. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The lullaby of the mill, timeless and true, guiding you ever deeper, ever softer, into the dream of the night. The night lingers in perfect stillness. Time itself seems to soften, stretching into a calm that has no beginning and no end. The wheel turns steadily, its paddles dipping into the water, rising again, letting droplets fall like 1,000 tiny stars returning to the river's surface. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The rhythm continues without pause, a sound that has accompanied countless nights, countless seasons. It is the village's oldest song, whispered from water to wood, to stone, to heart. The air grows cooler as the hours deepen. Mist curls higher from the river, folding around the mill in drifting veils of silver. It clings to the grass, to the moss on the stones, to the wooden beams that stand watch over the water. The forest nearby is hushed, its tall trees motionless now, as though even the wind has stilled to listen. Only now and then do the leaves rustle faintly, a soft sigh that slips quickly back into silence. An owl glides overhead once more, silent wings brushing against the night air. It perches unseen, watching, listening, becoming part of the mill's patient rhythm. Farther away, the village dreams on. Each cottage a cradle of warmth and rest. The hush of breath rises from them as a single lullaby woven into the larger song of river and wheel. Above, the stars gleam, some steady, some flickering, all of them spread wide across the heavens like a scattering of flour upon a dark cloth. Their reflection trembles on the river, breaking and rejoining with each ripple. Endless above, endless below. The ground beneath you is soft, damp with dew, cool against your skin. The earth holds you as surely as the sky covers you, both keeping you safe within the circle of night. Your breath is slow, unhurried, matching the turn of the wheel, the flow of the water. Inhale with the creak, exhale with the splash. Each sound carries you deeper into rest. Each breath lighter, calmer. The mill stands eternal, keeper of rhythm, guardian of silence, singing always its gentle song. Creak splash, creak splash. And as you listen, you realize you too are part of this song. The air is thick with quiet now. A kind of silence that is not empty, but full. Full of breath, of rhythm, of unseen life, resting in harmony with the turning wheel. The river flows slowly past, its dark waters silvered by the moon's reflection. Ripples stretch outward in soft, endless circles, carrying light across the surface like a message whispered from star to stream. The wheel dips, rises, drips, each turn steady, faithful. Droplets scatter into the night, cool against the mist, joining the endless flow once more. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The sound echoes through the beams of the mill, through the stones that line the bank, through the very earth beneath your feet. Steady, grounding, unchanging. The cottages remain silent. Roofs, silver in the moonlight, chimneys quiet, doors fastened. Inside, dreams unfold, gentle, unspoken, safe. The kind of dreams that carry laughter and sunlight into the morning. From the meadow, the steady hum of crickets continues, soft and tireless. Their tiny voices rise and fall, weaving themselves into the wheel's eternal murmur. Each chirp a note in the symphony of night. The air is cool against your skin, carrying the freshness of water, the sweetness of grass, the faintest trace of flower drifting from the mill. It is the fragrance of a life lived simply, close to earth and sky. The forest edge rests quiet, its shadows deep and watchful. Branches sway faintly, as if bowing to the rhythm of the wheel. Now and then, the faint rustle of a creature moving through the undergrowth joins the lullaby, only to fade once more into the great hush. Above, the stars scatter endlessly, glowing bright in the clarity of night. Some flicker as though winking in play, others steady, patient, eternal. Together, they stretch like a river of light across the sky, a reflection of the flowing water below. Your breath moves with the rhythm now, without thought, without effort. Inhale with the creak, exhale with the splash, again and again. Slow, steady, soft. With each breath, your body sinks deeper into rest. Your thoughts drift farther away, floating like leaves carried downstream. A wheel sings on, ancient and unbroken. Guardian of night, companion of river, heartbeat of the village. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Its voice holds you, its rhythm guides you, and in its endless turning you feel your own stillness grow. Deeper, softer, quieter. The night has settled into its truest silence. A silence alive with rhythm, with breath, with gentle motion. The wheel turns on, slow, patient, steady. Its creak low and groaning, its splash soft and eternal. Creak splash, creak splash. You feel the sound not only in your ears but in your chest, your breath, your heart, as though your very being has joined the mill's rhythm, sinking into its endless turning. The river flows beside it, smooth and dark, broken only by ripples that catch the silver light of the moon. Every ripple stretches outward in slow circles, fading, returning, beginning again. Mist rises from the surface, curling through the air, wrapping the mill in shifting veils of silver. It softens every edge, blurs every shadow, until the whole world feels dreamlike, suspended between waking and sleeping, held in the hush of midnight. The cottages of the village are still, each one a cradle of slumber. Doors shut, windows dark, roofs pale under moonlight. Families dream together, children safe, elders resting, all wrapped in the same deep quiet. The meadow hums gently with the voices of crickets, a constant choir beneath the sky. Their song steady and soothing, blending with the river's murmur, with the wheels turning, until all sounds are one single lullaby. The air is cool now, touched with the damp of dew. It carries the fragrance of moss, of damp wood, of the faint sweetness of wildflowers sleeping in the fields. Each breath fills you with peace, grounding you more deeply in the night. From the forest comes the faint sigh of branches shifting, leaves brushing against one another in whispers. Now and then, a night bird calls, its note low and distant, fading quickly into stillness once more. Above, the stars gleam steadily, countless points of light scattered across the black sky, patient and watchful. Their reflection quivers on the water, broken by ripples, always reforming, eternal and unbroken. You sink into the rhythm of it all, your breath slow, your body heavy, your thoughts soft as mist. Inhale with the creak, exhale with the splash. Over and over until the sounds in your being are one. The wheel turns. The river flows. The night holds you close, wrapping you in its song. Creak, splash. Creak, splash. Timeless, endless, gentle. The silence of midnight has ripened into something sacred. A hush so complete that even the smallest sounds feel like blessings. The wheel groans softly as it dips, then rises, scattering droplets into the cool air. each drop catching the moonlight, each one a tiny jewel that falls back into the river with a quiet sigh. Creak splash, creak splash. The rhythm is endless, eternal, a reminder that life flows always forward, yet never in haste. The river carries its song onward, gentle, unbroken. Brushing against stones, weaving around roots, carrying reflections of stars across its surface. It whispers of faraway places, yet never forgets the village it holds close tonight. The meadow lies in stillness, grass heavy with dew, wildflowers closed in slumber. The faint hum of crickets continues, soft and ceaseless, their voices like threads woven into the night's fabric. The cottages remain hushed, their windows dark, their families safe in dream. Dog sighs softly in its sleep, a rooster stirs faintly but does not yet crow. Even the animals know the hour belongs to rest. The forest is dark but not foreboding, stands as a guardian, tall trees rooted deep, branches arching overhead like a cathedral of shadow. Leaves rustle now and then, carried by the breeze, a gentle accompaniment to the wheel's eternal song. Above, the moon tilts westward, still bright but lower now, casting longer shadows across the land. The stars shimmer steadily, each one steady as a candle, each one a whisper from the sky. The mist from the river drifts thick now, curling around the mill's beams, sliding across the meadow. It softens the world into a dream, veiling edges, blurring time, making all things feel eternal and tender. Your breath has become slower still, as though the wheel itself breathes through you. Inhale with the creak, exhale with the splash. Inhale, exhale, again and again, unbroken, endless, soft. The weight of your body sinks deeper into the ground, into the moss, into the earth's cool embrace. Every muscle loosens, every thought drifts away, leaving you only rhythm, only peace. The wheel turns, river flows, the night sings, creak splash, you are safe within its song. Listen closely now. The wheel speaks in groans and sighs, its wooden arms dipping into the dark current, lifting, dripping, returning again. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Each turn is familiar, patient. A sound older than memory, older than the village itself. A song of labor, of rest, of endless continuity. The river glides gently onward, unhurried, sure of its path. Stones glisten beneath its surface, smooth and ancient, their shapes worn by centuries of flowing water. Each ripple that passes over them carries moonlight, scattering brightness like silver dust across the stream. The air is cool against your skin, tinged with the scent of moss, wood, and grain. The faint perfume of flower drifts from the mill, mingling with the earthy fragrance of riverbanks and meadows damp with dew. Every breath you take draws you deeper into calm. The meadow lies in hushed surrender, blades of grass heavy, bending with the weight of glistening droplets. Crickets continue their soft hymn, steady and tireless, their voices rising and falling like waves that never end. From the cottages, nothing stirs. Doors closed, shutters drawn, dreams unfolding silently within. Child might turn in bed, sighing in contentment, while an elder's breathing deepens into steady rhythm, yet none break the stillness of night. The forest stands watchful, its branches leaning into the sky, dark silhouettes against the stars. Now and then, a small rustle runs through the underbrush perhaps, a fox slipping quietly past, or a bird shifting on its perch. But soon, even these sounds fold back into the hush. Above, the heavens glimmer with quiet fire. Stars spread across the sky like scattered seeds, shining with patient light. The moon lowers a little more, casting a silver path across the water, guiding your gaze deeper into the flow. Mist curls gently along the ground, cool and shifting, wrapping the mill and meadow in a dreamlike veil. Edges blur, distances soften, and the world feels as though it is dissolving into timelessness. Your breath matches the wheel now, slow and endless. Inhale with the creak, exhale with the splash, inhale, exhale.
Ow!
Again and again, until you are weightless, drifting. The heaviness of your body melts away, leaving only quiet awareness, only the soothing rhythm of sound. Your thoughts are mist now, dissolving into the night, returning to silence. The wheel turns. The river flows. The night holds you gently, safely. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Timeless, peaceful, eternal. The wheel continues its steady dance, dipping, lifting, dripping, always returning. Creak. Splash. Creak. Splash. Each turn a breath of the earth, each splash a heartbeat of the river. The river itself glides smooth and dark, carrying fragments of moonlight across its rippled skin. It whispers against the stones, gentle and unhurried, its current both strong and soft. Mist curls upward, soft and silvery, wrapping itself around the beams of the mill, drifting into the meadow, softening all that it touches. In this mist, the world feels endless, untethered, serene. The cottages remain quiet, roofs glistening faintly with dew. Windows shuttered, doors closed, their rooms full of dreaming souls. Their breaths rise and fall in rhythms that echo the wheel's eternal turning. The meadow hums faintly with the ceaseless chorus of crickets. Their notes weave into one another, rising and falling like gentle tides, a constant song of life beneath the vast and starry sky. The forest lingers nearby, tall and still, shadows pooling at its roots. Branches sway gently now and then, rustling softly, offering whispers that blend into the wheel's song.
Ow.
A hidden owl calls, low and resonant, then drifts back into silence.
Ow.
Above, the stars gleam steadily, endless and uncountable. Each one a tiny flame in the velvet sky, each one a reminder of time beyond time. The moon has lowered further, casting a silvered path across the river that seems to draw your gaze inward, into stillness, into calm. Your breath falls in line with the wheel once more. Slow, effortless, steady. Inhale with the creak, exhale with the splash. Inhale, exhale, again, till there is nothing else but rhythm, sound, and peace. The weight of the world slips away, your body heavy, your mind light. You drift in the hush, floating like a leaf upon the water, carried gently by currents unseen. The wheel turns. The river flows. The night sings its lullaby. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Endless, soothing, eternal. The wheel turns on, never hurried, never pausing. Creak. Creak. Splash. Its rhythm has become the rhythm of the night itself, weaving through every breath, every drifting thought, every quiet dream. The river flows beside it, dark and gleaming, carrying silver trails of moonlight upon its surface. The current whispers, as it slides past roots and stones, a soft and endless murmur that comforts without end. Mist hovers over the water, drifting across the meadow, softening the outlines of cottages and trees. It curls in delicate ribbons, like breath upon the air, blurring the edges of night into dream. The meadow rests, dewdrops glittering faintly on every blade of grass, each droplet a star fallen to earth. The crickets sing on, their voices weaving a steady harmony that fills the silence without breaking it. The cottages are quiet, each one holding the hush of dreams. Children curl under blankets, faces calm, safe in the care of night. Elders rest deeply, their breathing steady, their thoughts lost in timeless sleep. Even the animals, the dogs, the hens, the goats, rest in stillness, their hearts slowed to match the wheel's eternal song. The forest stands as guardian, its tall trunks rooted deep, branches swaying softly in the faintest breeze. Now and then, a night creature stirs, a fox slipping through the shadows, a bird rustling in its nest, but soon even these movements fall quiet again, swallowed by the hush. Above, the sky stretches vast and endless, stars scattered like grains of flour across dark velvet. The moon leans lower still, tilting westward, its glow gentler now, casting long, pale shadows across the water and land. Your breath is slow, your body heavy, your mind quiet. Each inhale arrives with the creak. Each exhale flows with the splash. Inhale, exhale, again and again, until breath itself is only rhythm, only peace. Thoughts dissolve into mist, into river, into sky, leaving only stillness, only calm. The wheel turns. The river flows. The night embraces you fully. Creak, splash, creak, splash, endless, gentle, eternal. The wheel continues, steady and certain. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Its rhythm never falters, never weakens. It is the heartbeat of the village, the voice of the river, the gentle reminder that time can be both endless and kind. The river slides on, dark silk beneath the moon. Its ripples shimmer silver, each one a thread pulled through the night. The sound of water against stone is soft, patient, eternal. A song you feel more than hear. Mist drifts higher now, wrapping the beams of the mill, folding around the cottages, stretching into the meadow. It blurs the edges of earth and sky, leaving the world softened, hushed, dreamlike. The meadow glistens with dew, blades of grass bending under the weight of tiny jewels of water. The crickets hum, their song unchanged, ceaseless, a soft and steady current beneath all other sounds. The cottages remain wrapped in silence, their hearths cold, their chimneys dark. Yet within, warmth lingers in the dreams of those who rest. Mothers sigh softly in slumber, children shift beneath blankets, fathers breathe in deep rhythm, each body resting in time with the wheel's eternal turn. The forest looms quietly, tall silhouettes rising against the star-filled sky. Branches rustle faintly in the breeze, a gentle murmur that joins the night song. Owl calls once, its voice low and distant, before silence settles again. Above, the stars burn steadily, countless and infinite. The moon lowers still, its silver path across the river, stretching thinner, fainter, yet still bright enough to guide the flow of water. Your breath is soft, matching the wheel's motion. Inhale with the creak, exhale with the splash. Your body is heavy now, resting deeper and deeper into stillness. Thoughts are far away, drifting like leaves on water, carried gently downstream. You are light and quiet, your mind as vast as the sky, as calm as the river. The wheel turns, the river flows, the night holds you. Creak splash, creak splash. Endless, soothing, eternal. The wheel dips again into the current, groaning gently as it rises, dripping silver droplets back into the stream. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Its voice is steady, unchanging, as though it has turned this way for centuries, as though it will turn for centuries more. The river flows calmly beside it, water folding smoothly around stones and roots, always moving forward, yet never in haste. The sound is soft as whispers, carrying secrets through the night. Mist continues to weave itself across the ground, trailing along the banks, sliding into the meadow, folding around the wooden beams of the mill. It cloaks everything in softness, making the world look as though it is floating, suspended between dream and waking. The meadow glows faintly in the moonlight, each blade of grass crowned with a shining droplet of dew. The crickets sing on, their quiet hymn rising and falling, weaving seamlessly into the rhythm of the wheel. The cottages lie quiet, shadows stretched across their thatched roofs. The village breathes together in deep sleep, families safe and warm, their dreams gentle, their rest complete. The forest stands tall and patient, its trees like dark pillars against the pale glow of the sky. Sometimes a branch sways with a soft rustle, sometimes a creature moves in the underbrush, but all of it blends back into stillness, swallowed by the hush. Above, the sky gleams with starlight, countless pinpricks of light scattered across the heavens, each one a quiet reminder of vastness, of eternity. The moon drifts lower, pale and serene, its reflection stretched across the moving water, like a path of silver threads. Your breathing matches the wheel perfectly now. Inhale with the creak, exhale with the splash, slow, steady, effortless. Each breath carries you deeper, each turn of the wheel draws you further into peace. The weight of your body is gone, your thoughts are gone, you are only rhythm, only sound, only stillness. The wheel turns, the river flows, the night embraces all. Creak, splash, creak, splash. An ending, gentle, eternal. The wheel dips, rises, drips, always returning to the same slow rhythm. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The sound is no longer just in the air. It is in the earth, in the water, in your breath, in the very space around you. The river glides with patient grace, silver ripples carrying the moonlight onward. It bends and curves gently, as though bowing to the steady presence of the mill. The water whispers as it flows, a lullaby older than memory. Mist curls around the banks, drifting into the meadow, cloaking the cottages in softness. It lingers like a dream, making edges blur, making time itself feel slower, quieter, suspended. The meadow is still, glistening under dew. Every drop shines faintly, reflecting starlight, glowing like tiny lanterns. The crickets continue their endless hymn, their steady voices weaving comfort into the silence. The cottages sleep, roofs silver in the moonlight, doors closed, chimneys dark. Within, families lie curled in slumber, their breathing soft, their rest deep. The hush of their dreams joins the hush of the wheel, and the night grows heavier with peace. The forest stands, dark and steady, branches like arms raised to the sky. Faint rustle passes through now and then, a whisper of movement, perhaps the brush of wind. Perhaps a creature stepping softly, but it fades quickly, leaving the woods hushed once more. Above, the stars shine with steady brilliance. Scattered like seeds across the black sky, they gleam with timeless patience. The moon leans lower still, its light thinning. Still it lays a silver trail upon the water, guiding your eyes into quiet reflection. Your breath is as steady as the wheel. Inhale with the creak, exhale with the splash. Again and again, until you are more rhythm than thought, more calm than anything else. Your body is weightless now, floating in stillness, sinking deeper into rest with every turn of the wheel. Your thoughts are mist, your mind, the quiet sky. The wheel turns, the river flows, the night holds all in its arms. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Endless, soothing, eternal. The wheel turns slowly, faithfully, its rhythm steady as breath. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The sound does not rush you, does not press upon you. It simply is. Patient, kind, unchanging. The river glides by, its dark surface kissed by fragments of starlight. Every ripple carries silver light outward, fading into the vastness of water, reforming, always beginning again. Mist gathers in thicker curls now, folding around the beams of the mill, spreading across the meadow like a living veil. It softens the edges of cottages and trees until they seem dreamlike, belonging as much to imagination as to earth. The meadow rests in silence, jeweled with dew, every blade of grass crowned with tiny droplets. The crickets continue their tireless chorus, small voices rising and falling like an unseen tide, a background lullaby that never ceases. The cottages remain hushed, their families deep in dreams, safe, warm, still. No door creaks, no window shifts. The village breathes as one, in time with the wheel, in time with the flow of the river. The forest stands watchful, its dark shapes leaning into the sky. Branches sway faintly, releasing soft sighs into the breeze. Somewhere in the distance, a night creature moves, a fox padding quietly, a deer bending to drink, but the sounds are small, swallowed quickly by the great hush. Above, the stars gleam endlessly, thousands of lights scattered across the black heavens. The moon lowers more, silvering the water in a soft path that glows and trembles with each ripple. Your breath has become so gentle now, so effortless. Inhale with the creak, exhale with the splash. Each cycle slower, deeper, drawing you further into the night's embrace. The heaviness in your body deepens, the quiet in your mind expands. You are drifting, carried like mist, like water, like light. The wheel turns, the river flows. The night holds you steady. Creak, splash. Creak, splash, eternal, soothing, endless. The wheel groans gently as it dips again into the current, lifting, dripping, returning to its place. Creak, splash, creak. Each sound steady, each motion patient. The wheel does not hurry, does not tire it, simply turns, always and forever. The river glides alongside, its voice a constant murmur. Water folding over stones, rippling against roots, carrying silver paths of moonlight upon its dark surface. Its sound is soft, eternal, kind. Mist gathers thick upon the banks, sliding across the meadow, twining around the mill's beams. It curls upward into the night, blending sky and earth until they seem one continuous dream. The meadow is hushed, jeweled with dew. Each drop reflects faint fragments of starlight, as though the heavens themselves have fallen into the grass. Crickets sing on without pause, their hymn as steady as the wheel, as endless as the river. The cottages lie still and quiet, thatched roofs silver under moonlight. Within, families rest in the deep rhythm of sleep, their dreams soft, their breathing matched with the flow of water and the turn of the wheel. The forest leans dark against the horizon, tall trunks rising into the sky. Sometimes the leaves rustle faintly, sometimes a twig snaps beneath the paw of a hidden creature, but soon all settles again into silence. A silence vast, protective, timeless. Above, stars gleam without end, countless lights scattered in patient brilliance, steady and eternal. The moon lowers farther, stretching long shadows across the water, its pale reflection trembling gently with each ripple. Your breath falls perfectly into rhythm. Inhale with the creak, exhale with the splash. Slow, unhurried, steady. Each cycle guiding you deeper into rest, deeper into calm. Your body is heavy, sinking into stillness. Your mind is light, drifting like mist across the meadow, like ripples across the river. The wheel turns, the river flows. The night enfolds all in its endless embrace. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Gentle, timeless, eternal. The wheel lowers again into the current, its timbers groaning softly as it rises, droplets falling in shining arcs before vanishing back into the river. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The sound carries through the air like a lullaby too ancient to forget, too steady to fade. The river flows on, its surface smooth and dark, broken only by ripples of light. Every star above finds its twin below, trembling across the moving water, scattered into silver fragments and reformed again. Mist curls low and thick now, winding across the meadow, slipping around cottage walls, drifting into the beams of the mill. It hides sharp edges, softens outlines, makes every shape appear as though drawn in dreams. The meadow rests in silence, jeweled with dew that sparkles faintly beneath the waning moonlight. The chorus of crickets continues, unbroken, their voices delicate, endless, steady as the beating of unseen wings. The cottages remain wrapped in slumber, their rooms filled with quiet breathing, soft sighs, the gentle shifting of blankets. The village sleeps deeply, all hearts resting in unison with the turning wheel and the flowing river. The forest waits in darkness, its canopy stretched high, its trunks rooted deep. The breeze stirs faintly, brushing leaves together in a whisper softer than words. Somewhere, a fox pads silently. A bird flutters in its nest, then all falls still again, folded back into hush. Above, the stars gleam uncountable, each one a spark in the endless tapestry of night. The moon hangs low now, pale and gentle, casting long silver strokes across the land, a lantern dimming but still bright enough to guide. Your breath has slowed to perfect ease. Inhale with the creak, exhale with the splash. Each breath slower than the last, each one carrying you deeper, heavier, softer. Your body rests in perfect stillness. Your thoughts float away like leaves upon the current. You are not separate from the night, but part of it, part of the wheel, the river, the stars themselves. The wheel turns, the river flows. The night holds everything close. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Endless, soothing, eternal. The wheel dips again into the dark current, its arms groaning softly, lifting, dripping, returning. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The rhythm does not waver. It holds the night in its patient embrace, reminding all who listen that time can move without hurry, without demand. The river glides, unbroken. Its ripples shimmer silver where the moonlight brushes its surface. Water carries onward, always onward, yet its voice is gentle, soothing, eternal. Mist curls thick along the banks, winding through the beams of the mill, stretching across the meadow until all is veiled in silver softness. The world itself seems blurred into dream, as though waking and sleeping have folded together. The meadow glistens with dew, each blade of grass crowned with tiny gems of water, each one reflecting starlight. The chorus of crickets continues, steady and unceasing, like a soft vibration that carries through the air. The cottages remain silent, wrapped in dream. Within, breaths rise and fall in perfect rhythm. Children shift faintly in their beds. Elders sigh softly in their sleep. Every soul is gathered in stillness, safe within the cradle of the night. The forest leans dark at the horizon, trees like tall guardians watching over the village. Branches sway faintly, releasing whispers into the hush. Now and then, a hidden creature passes softly, paws against earth, but no sound lingers long. The silence reclaims it all. Above, the heavens glow. Countless stars scattered like flour across a baker's table of black velvet. The moon lowers further, pale and thinning, its reflection shimmering across the river in trembling silver threads. Your breath moves in perfect harmony with the wheel. Inhale with the creak, exhale with the splash, again and again, slower, softer, deeper with each cycle. Your body feels heavy, sinking deeper, yet your mind is lighter, drifting further into quiet. Thoughts dissolve, scattering like mist into the vast sky, leaving only calm. The wheel turns. The river flows. The night holds all in stillness. Creak, splash. Creak, splash. Unbroken, gentle, eternal. The wheel groans softly, dipping once more into the cool current, lifting, dripping, lowering again. Creak, splash. Creak, splash. Its rhythm fills the night, not loud, not insistent, simply steady, like the heartbeat of the earth itself. The river glides by, endless in its patience. Dark waters fold over smooth stones, carrying flecks of silver moonlight that scatter, fade, reform. Always moving, always whispering, yet never rushing. Mist thickens across the banks, wrapping the mill's wooden frame in softness, blurring the meadow into dream. Shapes soften, outlines vanish. The world becomes one flowing, drifting veil of silver calm. The meadow lies still, jeweled with dew, blades of grass bending gently beneath the weight of tiny stars of water. The song of the crickets hums on, ceaseless and tender, like threads of sound woven into the fabric of night. The cottages remain in deep slumber, thatched roofs silvered beneath the sinking moon. Inside, children sigh in their dreams. Mothers breathe evenly, fathers rest deeply, all hearts beating slow and steady in time with the wheel. The forest leans darker now, its trees tall and still, its roots sunk deep in silence. From within, a soft rustle passes through leaves. An owl glides silently between branches, but no sound lingers long. The stillness reclaims it, folds it back into the hush. Above, the stars gleam endless, each one steady, each one patient, each one a tiny flame in the vast dark sky. The moon has drifted low, close to the horizon, its silver light stretched long and faint across the river's surface. Your breath is one with the rhythm. Inhale with the creak. Exhale with the splash. Your body loosens further, your mind drifts farther. Every cycle of the wheel draws you deeper into peace, into weightless rest. Thoughts scatter like leaves caught in the river's flow, carried downstream, dissolving, gone, leaving only stillness, only quiet, only the song of night. The wheel turns, the river flows. The night gathers all into its arms. Creak, splash, creak, splash, endless, timeless, eternal. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The mill wheel dips and rises, its wooden arms heavy yet graceful, its rhythm patient, unwavering. The river holds it, carries it, cradles it, flowing without pause, flowing without end. Its waters dark, soft, eternal, glimmering with faint threads of silver where starlight falls. Mist drifts across the banks, wrapping stone and timber in a veil of dream. The meadow beyond is softened, the cottage is hidden, the edges of the world blurred into one gentle haze. The meadow breathes under the weight of dew, each blade tipped with shimmering droplets that tremble faintly when a breeze stirs. The crickets sing on, weaving their steady chorus into the silence. The cottages remain hushed, all within lost to sleep. Dreams weave quietly through the rooms, dreams of fields and harvests, of hearth fires and laughter, of simple days flowing like the river itself. The forest stands still, dark shapes rising into the sky, roots deep in silence, leaves shifting faintly when the air moves. Somewhere far off, a fox pads silently, but even that sound fades quickly into the night's embrace. The heavens expand, endless and clear, the stars shining brighter as the moon lowers toward the horizon. Each star like a grain of flour scattered across black velvet, countless, endless, unmeasured, and you, breathing with the rhythm, inhaling with the creak, exhaling with the splash. Deeper, softer, slower with each turn of the wheel. Your body sinks heavier into rest. Your mind drifts lighter into dream. Thoughts dissolve like mist upon the river, scattering and vanishing. The wheel turns. The river flows. The night holds you safe. Creak, splash. Unbroken, calm, eternal. Creak, splash. The wheel dips again, the timbers groaning gently, the water streaming off its broad arms, droplets scattering back into the current like tiny sparks of liquid silver. The river holds the rhythm steady, moving without hurry, carrying the light of the stars upon its dark back. Its surface ripples faintly, yet always flows forward, endless and calm. Mist gathers thick around the mill, silver veils that wrap the beams, blur the stone, soften the outlines of meadow and path. It drifts higher now, like a blanket of dream, lowering over the world. The meadow glistens faintly, its grass is heavy with dew, each droplet a crystal reflecting starlight. The crickets sing softly, a chorus that hums without end, as though they too are part of the wheel's rhythm. The cottages rest quiet and still, their windows dark, their thatched roofs beaded with night moisture. Within, every soul breathes slow and steady, wrapped in warmth, safe in slumber. The dreams of many lives weave together, soft and unseen. The forest edges loom darker still, their trunks tall and unmoving, branches like arms raised against the sky. The leaves stir faintly in whispers, yet even the whispers are hushed, folded back quickly into silence. Above, the sky stretches wide, endless, infinite. The stars glimmer like scattered grains, each one eternal, each one steady. The moon lowers close to the horizon, thinning, paling, its light stretched across the river in a final, trembling path.
Ow.
And your breath remains with the rhythm. Inhale with the creak. Exhale with the splash. Each cycle drawing you deeper, heavier, softer. Your body sinking into comfort, your mind floating weightless into quiet. Thoughts dissolve into the night, carried away on the river's surface, disappearing downstream until only stillness remains. The wheel turns. The river flows. The night gathers all. Creak. Splash. Creak. Splash. Steady. Soothing. Eternal. Creak, splash. The mill wheel turns, unhurried, eternal. Its voice carries through the mist, through the meadow, through the dreaming village. Lullaby of wood and water, time and patience. The river accepts the weight of the wheel, lifting it, guiding it, releasing it again. The surface ripples outward, trembling silver in moonlight, then folds once more into smooth, dark calm. Mist drapes the mill, softening every corner, every edge, until timber and stone are no longer sharp but blurred, as though painted in watercolors that run together. Drifting upward, the mist cloaks the meadow, thick and cool, embracing every blade of grass. The meadow is still, jeweled with dew, shining faintly whenever the starlight pierces the haze. The crickets continue their patient hum, each note small, but together weaving an endless song of night. The cottages are wrapped in silence, no footsteps, no voices, only the deep rhythm of sleep. A child sighs softly in a dream, an elder shifts under woolen blankets, but all remain safe, bound in the embrace of rest. The forest beyond holds its secrets close. Trunks dark and steady, branches swaying faintly, leaves whispering, but only for a moment before the hush reclaims them. Every sound, every motion dissolves into stillness. Above, the heavens gleam vast and endless, stars shimmer quietly, unwavering in their watch. The moon, pale and thinning, leans close to the horizon, its light stretched faint, fragile silver across the surface of the river, and you breathe with the rhythm. Creak as you draw in, splash as you release. Breath slow, breath deep, breath soft. With every cycle, the weight of wakefulness falls away. Your body grows heavier, your mind lighter, drifting, floating. thoughts scattering like grains of flour upon a wooden table, vanishing into the air, leaving only calm, only silence. The wheel turns, the river flows, the night holds you safe. Creak, splash, creak, splash, endless, gentle, eternal. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The wheel continues, as it always has, each turn steady, patient, unbroken. Each groan of timber followed by the cool release of water spilling back into the current. The river flows onward, unceasing, carrying reflections of stars across its dark back, fragments of silver trembling and scattering with each ripple. Always moving, yet never rushing. Always whispering, yet never loud. Mist drapes the banks more thickly now. Folds of silver veil hiding the world, softening shape and shadow, until meadow and mill, tree and stone, all dissolve into dreamlike blur. The meadow itself lies quiet, dew gathers heavily along each blade, droplets bending the grasses low, shining faintly when starlight finds them. The hum of crickets continues, a low vibration threaded through the still air, endless, unchanging, eternal. The cottages, dark and silent, remain wrapped in slumber. No window glows, no door stirs, only the peace of sleep lingers there. Within, dreams rise like smoke from a hearth, weaving and fading, unseen but present. The forest presses close at the edge of vision. Tall trunks stand unmoving, their branches still against the night. Once the faint flutter of wings passes overhead, then vanishes into the hush. Silence closes again, as though it had never broken. The sky above spreads wide, infinite. Stars gleam cold and steady, their light ancient, their watch unending. The moon hangs low now, thinned, stretched pale across the horizon. Its last silver path flickers along the river's surface, trembling but certain, and you remain with the rhythm. Your breath drawn in with the creak, your breath released with the splash, deeper each time, softer each time, slower each time. Your body sinking into stillness, your mind drifting into silence. Thoughts slip away like petals dropped upon the current, carried, scattered, gone, leaving only the soft hum of night, the steady murmur of the wheel, the gentle flow of the river. The wheel turns, the river flows, the night gathers all. Creak, splash, steady, safe, eternal. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The wheel dips again, its timbers groaning faintly, water spilling off in silver threads before returning to the river. The river answers with its endless glide, smoothing ripples into calm, carrying reflections onward. Stars tremble across its surface, breaking, reforming, shimmering, fading into the mist that curls along the banks. That mist thickens, spreading across the meadow, climbing the stones of the mill, filling every hollow with cool silver haze. It blurs the edges of the world until nothing feels sharp, nothing feels hurried, only soft, flowing, dreamlike calm. The meadow lies still beneath it, heavy with dew. The grasses bend beneath their jeweled crowns, each droplet glowing faintly, each one a tiny star mirrored on earth. The chorus of crickets hums steadily on, endless, weaving their sound into the hush of night. The cottages rest untouched by motion, their thatched roofs beaded with mist, their wooden doors dark and closed. Within, sleep reigns, peaceful, deep, unbroken. The rise and fall of breath inside mirrors the rise and fall of the wheel itself. The forest at the horizon is quiet, standing dark and steady, trunks rooted deep, branches high and still. A breeze stirs, whispering softly through leaves, then falls silent again. The hush folds around it, unyielding, endless. Above, the heavens stretch vast and clear. Stars scatter their cold light, countless and eternal. The moon, thin and pale, presses closer to the horizon, its silver touch, weaker now, faint across the water's path. Yet still it glows, still it blesses the river with one last trembling shine. And you breathe with the rhythm, inhale with the creak, exhale with the splash. Deeper each time, softer each time. Your body grows heavier, your thoughts lighter. Sinking, floating, dissolving into stillness. Every thought drifts like mist across the river, dissolving into air, fading into night. Leaving only the calm, only the rhythm, only the hush. The wheel turns, the river flows. The night holds all. Creak splash, unbroken, gentle, eternal. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The wheel lowers again into the current, wooden beams, heavy yet graceful, dripping silver droplets that fall like jewels back into the dark river. The river accepts them without complaint, folding every drop into its endless flow. A soft, steady current that glides past the mill, carrying with it the shimmering reflection of starlight scattered across its dark back. Mist clings to the water's edge, curling upward, drifting across meadow and stone. It drapes the mill in a pale veil, wraps the cottages in stillness, folds the forest into blurred shadow. Everything softened, everything gentled, everything quieted by its silver touch. The meadow sleeps under its weight, grasses heavy with dew, their tips bending low. Each droplet catches the faintest shimmer of star or moon, tiny lights glowing from earth to sky. The crickets hum steadily on, their chorus never breaking, never ending. The cottages hold their silence. No door creaks, no shutter stirs, only the slow rhythm of sleeping breath within. Children dream of fields and streams, elders rest in the warmth of memory, all bound together by the night's gentle embrace. The forest stands as dark witness, trunks tall, shadows deep, branches high and unmoving. Once, a single leaf drifts down, twisting softly through the air, landing without sound. Even this motion is swallowed by the hush. Above, the heavens shine vast and steady. Countless stars burn their quiet light, each one patient, each one eternal. The moon slips low, brushing the horizon, its pale glow stretched thin across the river's flowing surface. And you remain with the rhythm, inhaling with the creak, exhaling with the splash. Deeper now, slower now, your body sinking heavier into rest, your mind drifting lighter into dream. Thoughts dissolve, scattered like flour into water, vanishing, leaving only stillness, only silence. The wheel turns, the river flows, the night gathers all. Creak, splash, creak, timeless, endless, eternal. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The wheel moves, patient and steady, its rhythm carrying through the misty dark. Water spills down its sides in shining threads, falling into the river with a sound as soft as a whispered breath. The river glides onward, unhurried. Its current smooth, its song low and eternal. It gathers reflections of starlight into ripples that break and reform, trembling across the surface before vanishing into the mist along the banks. That mist spreads wider now, wrapping the meadow in silver quiet. Stones blur, grasses soften, even the outlines of the mill itself fade into a dreamlike haze. The world seems painted in water and shadow, flowing, blurring, dissolving. The meadow sleeps beneath it. Dew clings heavy to each blade, shimmering faintly when moonlight touches. The chorus of crickets continues without pause, their song stitched into the silence like a thread that never breaks. The cottages remain dark and still, roofs beaded with silver drops, windows closed, doors unmoving. Within, slumber is deep. Dreams unspool like woven cloth, tender and unseen, binding the hearts of those within to the night's deep rhythm. The forest waits quietly, tall trunks etched in shadow, branches dark against the sky. No creature stirs, no call breaks the stillness. The hush is too complete, too vast, enfolding everything in one breathless calm. Above, the heavens lean vast and eternal. Stars burn steady, unblinking, endless. The moon has dipped lower, pale and thin, pressing close to the horizon, its silver path trembling faintly across the moving water, and your breath continues to follow. Drawn in with the creak, released with the splash, each cycle slower, deeper, heavier. The body loosens, the mind drifts. A quiet tide pulling you further into stillness. Thoughts scatter like mist rising from the river there for a moment, then gone, leaving only silence, leaving only peace. The wheel turns, the river flows, the night holds you close. Creak splash, Greek splash, endless, gentle, eternal. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The wheel sinks once more into the river's current, rising heavy with water, releasing it in glimmering streams. Droplets strike the surface below with faint, delicate sounds, soft as rainfall, fleeting as a sigh. The river carries them away, never breaking its calm. Its surface smooth and endless, flowing through the night like liquid silver. Reflections ripple, stars bend and shimmer, then straighten again, as though untouched. Mist curls upward, weaving through the beams of the mill, spreading across meadow and path. It climbs the cottages, it drapes the trees, it blurs the very line between earth and sky. A veil of dream that hides and softens everything. The meadow glistens beneath, jeweled with dew. Grass bends low beneath the weight of shining drops. The hum of crickets threads endlessly through the silence, a song without beginning or end, woven deep into the fabric of the night. The cottages remain hushed and whole within the mist, their thatched roofs damp with silver, their chimneys still, their doors fastened. Inside, families breathe deeply in rest, every chest rising and falling with the same slow rhythm that moves the wheel. The forest stands steady and dark. Its trunks rise like silent pillars, its branches stretched outward into shadow. No bird calls, no beast stirs. The hush has claimed it fully, holding it in stillness. The sky above is vast and endless. Stars sparkle like scattered grains of salt across a velvet cloth, countless and eternal. The moon dips lower, its pale light stretched thin across the horizon, its reflection on the river faint but steady. And you breathe with the rhythm, inhale with the creak, exhale with the splash. Deeper still, softer still. Each cycle drawing you further down, as though the wheel itself carries you into rest, turning you gently toward sleep. Thoughts loosen, falling like leaves onto the river's surface, carried away downstream, gone, leaving only silence, only calm, only peace. The wheel turns. The river flows, the night enfolds all. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Unbroken, timeless, eternal. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The wheel leans down again, wooden arms groaning softly, lifting streams of silver, releasing them back into the waiting river. The sound is steady, tender, patient. The river flows onward, dark and glimmering, bearing starlight along its shifting surface. Ripples stretch outward, trembling, then fade, folding once more into endless calm. Mist gathers heavier, pooling along the ground, climbing the timbers of the mill, spilling into meadow and wood. It blurs the world into one soft veil where every edge is rounded, every shadow is softened, every motion slowed. The meadow lies beneath, jeweled with dew, grasses bent low under their shining crowns. Tiny drops catch the faint light, glowing like scattered sparks across the earth. The steady song of crickets carries on, a low hum that holds the silence together, stitching it gently. The cottages rest, silent and secure. No lamp burns, no door shifts, only stillness lingers there. Within, dreams unfold quietly, weaving images of warmth, of work, of laughter, of gentle days now carried into memory's tender embrace. The forest leans close, its trunks thick in shadow, its branches stretching like arms into the night. The hush holds it completely. No call or rustle breaks the calm. It stands in solemn silence, a guardian watching over meadow and mill. The sky expands infinite above. Stars scatter bright and steady, flames eternal in the vast dark. The moon has nearly touched the horizon, its glow faint now, stretched long and trembling across the river's slow flow.
Oh.
And your breath remains tied to the rhythm, drawn in with the creak, released with the splash. Slow, deep, gentle. The body sinks heavier, the mind drifts lighter. 8. Each cycle pulling you further into the quiet, further into stillness. Thoughts dissolve like flowers stirred into water, vanishing without trace, leaving only silence, only calm, only the steady lull of night. The wheel turns, the river flows. The night gathers all, creak, splash, endless, gentle, eternal. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The wheel dips once more, its timbers groaning with age, yet steady with purpose. Water streams down its broad arms in silver ribbons, falling back into the river with a quiet, tender sound. The river embraces it, smoothing ripples into calm, carrying everything forward in its timeless journey. Reflections scatter and reform upon its dark skin stars, breaking into fragments, then knitting themselves whole again. Always moving, always healing. Mist curls higher, thick and flowing, a blanket of silver breath that softens every line, every edge, hides the meadow, cloaks the mill, drapes the cottages, enfolds the trees, until all the world seems drawn into dream. The meadow beneath glistens faintly. Dew clings to every blade, shining when starlight pierces the haze. The crickets sing on, ceaseless and gentle, their voices weaving endlessly into the silence, never breaking, never faltering. The cottages hold their slumber close. The thatched roofs damp with mist, the windows dark, the doors fastened tight. Inside, the warmth of sleep is deep, binding the hearts of those within to the slow rhythm outside. Breath rising, falling, matching the creak and splash of the wheel. The forest stands dark and tall at the horizon, roots deep in silence, branches heavy with stillness. No stir, no call, no sound moves there. The hush has claimed it entirely, a vast cathedral of shadow and calm. Above, the heavens glitter wide and infinite. Countless stars burn quietly, distant yet steady, their light older than memory. The moon has nearly sunk from sight, its faint silver glow trembling along the edge of the river like a fading song. And you remain with the rhythm. Inhale with the creak, exhale with the splash. Slower still, deeper still. Your body sinking into heaviness, your mind drifting into lightness. Carried by the wheel, carried by the river, carried into the night's embrace. Thoughts vanish like mist dissolving into air, scattered, gone, leaving only stillness, leaving only peace. The wheel turns, the river flows, the night holds all. Creak, creak, dash, creak, splash, unbroken, timeless, eternal. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The wheel sinks again, wood meeting water, weight lifted, weight released. Droplets shimmer in the dim light, falling back in a gentle cascade, vanishing into the river's dark embrace. The river accepts all, smoothing ripples into glass, carrying light and shadow together along its winding course. The stars shimmer across its back, breaking into fragments, then rejoining whole, a dance as ancient as time itself. Mist clings thick across the meadow, across the mill, across the cottages. It folds every shape into softness, every outline blurred, every edge gentled. The world becomes one continuous hush, one flowing veil of dream and silence. The meadow glows faintly beneath, heavy with dew. Grasses bow under jeweled crowns of water, each droplet a tiny lantern reflecting moon and star. The crickets hum steadily, their chorus unwavering, woven deep into the night. The cottages rest untouched. Roofs damp with silver, walls cool beneath the drifting fog. Within, all hearts beat slow and calm, dreams unfurl like smoke from banked embers, weaving unseen but tenderly into the hush. The forest stands silent, a dark wall at the edge of sight. Trunks thick, shadows deep, branches still against the heavens. No sound stirs, no creature moves. The hush reigns absolute, infinite, unbroken. Above, the heavens open vast. Countless stars burn in quiet patience, flames eternal across endless dark. The moon is nearly gone, its last pale glow thinning along the horizon. Its reflection on the river trembling faint but true. And you breathe with the rhythm. Creak as you inhale, splash as you exhale. Deeper, slower, softer, your body heavy as stone, your mind light as mist. Drifting further, floating deeper, dissolving into quiet, thoughts slip away like petals scattered on moving water, carried downstream until they are no more, leaving only the wheel, the river, the night. The wheel turns, the river flows. The night enfolds all. Creak, splash, creak, splash, endless, gentle, eternal. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The wheel lowers once more, dipping deep into the current, then lifting heavy with silver water, only to release it in shining streams that fall gently, endlessly into the dark flow below. The river carries them onward without end, smoothing each ripple into calm, whispering across stone and shadow, holding the night within its steady voice. A voice patient, eternal, unchanged. Mist spreads thick across the land, flowing like breath over grass and timber, stone and path. It cloaks the mill in soft veils, drapes the cottages in silence, hides the trees in silver blur. All boundaries gone, the world dissolved into hush. The meadow glimmers faintly beneath. Dew lies heavy, every blade bent under its shining weight. When a breeze stirs, the droplets tremble, sparkling briefly before settling once more into stillness. The crickets sing on, tireless and gentle, their notes like threads woven endlessly into the fabric of night. The cottages remain wrapped in slumber. Roofs damp with mist, doors quiet, windows sealed in darkness. Inside dreams deepen, weaving softly through the breath of sleep. A quiet tapestry, no eye can see, but every heart feels. The forest looms silent, its trunks unmoving, its canopy folded into shadow. No creature stirs, no sound carries only the hush, vast and whole, binding even the wild into rest. Dove, the sky glitters with countless stars, flames distant and eternal, shining with steady patience across the dark vault of heaven. The moon has nearly vanished, its last pale curve pressed low against the horizon, its silver reflection stretched thin across the moving river. And you breathe with the rhythm, drawn in with the creak, released with the splash. Each breath slower, each breath deeper, each breath softer. Your body sinking further into comfort, your mind floating farther into quiet. Thoughts drift away like smoke rising from an extinguished fire, fading, dissolving, gone, leaving only peace, leaving only silence, leaving only the steady lull of the wheel and the flow of the river. The wheel turns, the river flows. The night holds all. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Timeless, soothing, eternal. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The wheel lowers, wood sinking into dark water, then rises, dripping silver streams that fall in soft cascades. A music older than memory, steady as the heartbeat of the land itself. Each droplet returns to the river, joining countless others in the ceaseless journey, flowing smooth across stone, carrying light, carrying shadow, carrying silence itself. The mist lies heavy still, wrapping meadow, cottages, and mill in one endless shroud. Every line softened, every edge erased, until all things seem woven together, one with the hush of night. The meadow rests, dew-draped, fragrant, quiet. Grasses bend gently beneath their jeweled crowns, tiny orbs of silver trembling at each faint breath of breeze. Insects hum faintly, a hidden choir beneath the veil, their tones blending seamless with the wheel's creak and splash. 8 The cottages hold to sleep, sealed in stillness. Smoke no longer rises from chimneys, embers faint and red within hearths, dreams unfurling quietly beneath the roofs. The hush holds them safe, cradled, unseen. The forest stands unmoving at the edge. Black trunks like pillars holding up the sky, branches deep in shadow, every sound stilled into waiting silence. Above, the heavens glow vast and eternal. Stars burn in their countless numbers, scattering fire across the velvet dark, steady, unblinking, endless. The moon has gone, its silver thread vanished beyond the horizon, leaving the night wholly to the stars and their patient light. And you breathe slower now, deeper now. Breath rising with the creak, falling with the splash. Each cycle pulling you further into stillness, further into rest, further into dream. Thoughts slip away like fallen leaves drifting downstream, carried softly, gently, until they vanish beyond sight. Leaving you empty, leaving you free, leaving only peace. The wheel turns. The river flows. The night enfolds all. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Unending, soothing, eternal. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The wheel dips into the current once more, wood heavy with flowing silver, then rises, groaning softly, before releasing its burden in a rain of shimmering drops. The sound blends with river song, steady and eternal. The river stretches smooth into the distance, carrying fragments of starlight along its back. Stones hidden beneath guide its voice, low and patient, whispering a language too ancient to name. Mist lingers, flowing like ghostly breath over meadow, mill, and cottage. A shifting veil, never still, always curling, always softening the world, until everything lies wrapped in gentleness. The meadow glows faintly beneath its cover. Each stalk heavy with dew, bending low, jeweled drops trembling but never falling. When breeze passes, they sway slow, their shimmer quick, then stillness again. Crickets hum in endless rhythm, their lullaby merging with the creak, the splash, the sigh. The cottages lie cloaked, their shapes blurred to shadowy outlines. Within, silence is deep. Every heart slowed, every breath softened, dreams weaving invisible threads through the hush. The forest waits in solemn dark, every trunk and branch a black silhouette, tall and unmoving. No rustle, no stir, only stillness, as though even the wild holds its breath to listen. Above, the heavens glitter vast and unbroken. Stars blaze steady in their countless numbers, far but unwavering, their light cast down in endless patience. The moon is gone, its pale crown vanished into the west, leaving only starlight to rule the sky. And you breathe deeper now, slower now, each inhale rising with the creak, each exhale sinking with the splash. A rhythm older than time, a rhythm that carries you further, softer, deeper into the quiet. Thoughts drift like ash from a fire, fading into dark, vanishing into air. They cannot linger, they cannot hold. All is released, all is at rest. The wheel turns, the river flows. The night embraces all. Creak, splash, creak, splash, boundless, gentle, eternal. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The wheel lowers again, dipping deep into the waiting current. Its timbers groan faintly as water fills the hollowed paddles, lifting heavy with silver weight, then pouring free in shining streams that scatter like falling stars into the dark below. The river accepts them gently, carrying each drop onward, smoothing ripples into calm, never ending in its soft and patient journey. Its voice low, steady, ancient, always flowing, always whispering, always here. Mist spreads wide, thick and slow, over grass and stone, timber and earth. It clings to the mill, veils the cottages, drifts into the forest edge. Every boundary softened, every angle blurred, until the world feels dreamlike, endless, seamless. The meadow lies beneath, jeweled in dew, still and glistening. Stalks bent in silver arcs, each droplet reflecting the faraway stars above. When a faint breeze moves, they tremble, sparkling in brief shivers of light before sinking back into silence. Insects hum faintly, weaving their steady chorus through the air, blending into the wheel's creak and splash, into the river's sigh, into the night itself. The cottages sleep on, roofs damp with mist, windows dark, doors closed. Within, warmth still lingers in stone and wood, hearths faint with ember glow. But all who rest inside lie deep in dreams, breaths slow, hearts steady, folded into the hush. The forest looms at the edge, its trunks shadow dark, its canopy still, no stir, no rustle only. Vast, patient silence, as though the trees themselves slumber, standing guard in their quiet watch. Above, the sky stretches infinite, jeweled with countless stars, each flame distant yet unyielding, burning steady across the dark. The moon is gone, its light surrendered, leaving starlight alone to pour its silver dust upon river and land. And you breathe with it all. Creak as you draw in, splash as you let go, each cycle slower, each cycle deeper. Body sinking, mind dissolving, heart easing into perfect rest. Thoughts fall away like feathers released into a stream, floating, drifting, vanishing, leaving only the rhythm, only the quiet, only the peace. The wheel turns, the river flows, the night enfolds all. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Infinite, peaceful, eternal. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The wheel dips once more, timbers sliding into the river's embrace. Water gathers, filling each hollowed space, weight rising heavy, until the burden is released in glittering streams, droplets scattering like jewels into the night. The river receives it, smoothing every fall, every ripple into flowing calm. Its voice carries low and patient across stone. Its endless journey quiet and steady, whispering a hymn without beginning, without end. Mist drapes the earth in veils of silver gray, soft moving, curling, wrapping meadow and mill, cottage and tree, in folds of dream and silence. Shapes blur, edges dissolve, and the world feels boundless, whole, infinite, and quiet. The meadow gleams faintly beneath. Grasses bend under dew's weight. Each drop round is a pearl, shining with the faint fire of distant stars. The crickets sing on, steady as always, their song a seamless thread woven through the hush, keeping company with the wheel's soft groan and the water's gentle sigh. The cottages sleep, still and hushed. Timbers dark with moisture, roofs silvered, windows sealed in shadow. Within, warmth lingers faint in stone, ember glow breathes soft in hearths, but the people rest in silence. Their dreams unbroken, carried safe within the arms of the night. The forest stands like a sentinel, black trunks rising, branches folded in stillness. No stir of leaf, no call of creature, no sound to break the hush. The woods listen deep and solemn, holding the silence as if it were sacred. Above, the sky unfolds wide and unending. Countless stars burn patient and true, their lights spilling endless across the dark vault of heaven. The moon has gone, its journey past the horizon, leaving only starlight to rule, delicate yet eternal. And you two are carried in this rhythm, your breath joining the wheel's song, inhaling with the creak, exhaling with the splash. Slower, deeper, softer with each cycle. Your body heavy, your thoughts light, drifting free into stillness. Every thought falls away like mist fading into dawn soft, slow, complete, leaving you only the sound, the hush, the peace. The wheel turns. The river flows. The night holds all. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Unbroken, gentle, eternal. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The wheel sinks again, deep into the cool embrace of the river. Its timbers groan faintly as water fills them, burden heavy, before the weight is loosed in streams of falling silver. Droplets cascade downward, scattering into ripples that fade into the smooth, steady flow. The river takes it all without pause, carrying each drop into its endless path. Over stones hidden, through channels worn by centuries, its quiet song continues, low and patient. A voice older than the village itself, mist drifts across the land, a shifting veil. It folds meadow and mill alike into its soft embrace, hiding corners, blurring outlines, leaving only suggestion, only softness, only dream. The meadow beneath sparkles faint with dew. Droplets gather on bent grasses, each one trembling like glass beads in the night air. When breeze stirs, they quiver in sudden glints of light, then settle again into stillness. Crickets hum their ceaseless chorus, woven perfectly into the hush, neither too loud nor too faint, simply there, steady as the turning wheel. The cottages stand hushed and dark, wood damp, stone cool, doors and windows closed tight. Inside, the hush is deeper still. Breath slow, dreams deep, the rhythm of rest holding every sleeper safe, untroubled. The forest looms silent at the edge of sight. Black shapes of trunks rising tall, branches unseen in shadow. No movement, no whisper of leaves, no call of creature, only a vast stillness, as if the forest too has fallen into slumber, listening to the mill's quiet song. Above the heavens, shimmer vast and eternal. Stars gleam by the thousands, patient lights cast across endless night. Their glow falls soft upon river and land, faint but sure. The moon has vanished, its silver curve slipped away, leaving starlight alone to hold the sky. And you breathe with this rhythm, breath drawn with the creak, breath released with the splash, slower, deeper, softer with each cycle. Your body sinking further into rest, your thoughts drifting lighter, further away, dissolving like mist into air. No thought clings, no worry holds. All is carried off by the wheels turning and the river's endless flow. The wheel turns, the river flows. Shh. The night enfolds everything. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Timeless, restful, eternal. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The wheel lowers again, dipping deep, catching water in its broad wooden arms. Timbers strain gently, rising heavy, then pour silver streams down in ribbons of light. Droplets scatter, falling in soft arcs before vanishing into the river's calm. The river holds it all, smoothing, carrying, never ceasing. Its voice constant and low, blending with the wheel's rhythm until both are one, sound steady, eternal, unbroken. Mist folds thicker, soft and pale, wrapping the meadow, mill, and cottages. It erases hard lines, leaves only suggestion and shadow, makes every shape part of one dreamlike veil. The meadow lies hushed beneath, jeweled with dew, silver on every stalk and leaf. Faint breezes pass, bending grass slow, shaking droplets into trembling sparks before they fall quiet again. Crickets hum without end, their notes patient, woven so deeply into the night they seem part of its very fabric. The cottages remain silent. Roofs glistening, windows dark, doors still. Inside, the hush is deeper than deep. Sleepers breathe slow, their hearts cradled in quiet, their dreams unfurling like soft smoke in hidden rooms. The forest beyond is motionless, a black silhouette of trunks and branches rising into the starry dark. No stir of leaf, no call of bird or beast, only solemn stillness. It too listens, it too rests, bound in the night's embrace. Above, the sky stretches boundless, jeweled with countless stars burning far and true. Their patient light falls across earth and water, delicate but eternal. The moon has gone, its glow surrendered beyond the horizon, leaving only stars to rule the heavens. And you breathe with the wheel, with the river, with the night. Inhale with the creak, exhale with the splash. Each breath slower, each breath deeper, each breath softer. Your body heavy, your thoughts dissolving like mist, drifting away into the hush. Nothing clings, nothing weighs. Everything is carried by the flow. The wheel turns, the river flows, the night holds all. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Endless, gentle, eternal. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The wheel sinks again, dipping its timbers into the cool, endless current. Water fills the paddles, weight rising, then spilling free in ribbons of silver, falling with a sound that is soft, soothing, eternal. The river gathers it, smoothing every fall, carrying each droplet onward. Its song is steady and low, a voice that has flowed for centuries, that will flow for centuries more, unchanged, unwavering. Mist lies heavy across the land. It drifts and curls, hiding edges, softening shapes, folding the world into one veil of quiet. Mill, meadow, cottage, and forest, all cloaked as though in a single dream. The meadow beneath glitters faintly with dew, every blade bowed beneath shining beads, tiny lanterns trembling at the faintest stir of air. Crickets sing on, steady and tireless, their song weaving perfectly with the rhythm of the wheel and the sigh of the river. The cottages remain dark and still, roofs damp, windows closed, chimneys quiet. Within, warmth lingers in stone and wood, and burglow faint in hearths. But all who lie inside are lost in dreams, safe, deep, held by the night's embrace. The forest rises in shadow, trunks and branches tall, unmoving, their stillness solemn and complete. No rustle, no sound, no sternly, silence, vast and eternal. Above, the sky stretches infinite, jeweled with stars. Countless fires burn patiently, far but steady, casting their faint glow down upon meadow and mill, river and wood. The moon is gone, leaving the stars to keep watch alone, delicate yet enduring. And you breathe slower, deeper. Each inhale rising with the creak, each exhale sinking with the splash. Your body sinking heavier, your mind lighter, thoughts dissolving, vanishing into the hush. No weight remains, no sound intrudes. It's only peace, only rhythm, only night. The wheel turns, the river flows. The silence enfolds all. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Boundless, soothing, eternal. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The wheel dips once more, wooden arms sinking into the dark embrace of water. Weight builds, timbers strain, then silver streams pour free, falling in ribbons, scattering into droplets that vanish into the river's calm. The river accepts without end. Ripples soften, currents carry, the sound flows steady, and low, ancient, and unbroken, echoing through the meadow, past the cottages, toward the waiting dark beyond. Mist drifts everywhere, wrapping mill and meadow in its cool veil. Soft and shifting, it blurs corners and hides edges, making the world seem endless, seamless, a single dream flowing across land and sky. The meadow lies hushed, jeweled with dew. Every stalk heavy with shining beads, each drop trembling faintly, holding starlight within. The crickets hum on, steady and tireless, their notes blending perfectly into the hush, companions to wheel and river alike. The cottages sleep in silence, walls damp, roofs glistening, windows sealed and dark. Within, embers glow faint beneath ash, warmth lingering in stone and timber. Sleepers rest safe in the night, their dreams weaving quietly through the stillness. The forest looms at the edge, dark and vast. Trunks rise like pillars into shadow, branches hidden in black canopy. No stir, no rustle, only waiting silence, solemn and unbroken. Above, the heavens unfold endless and star-filled. Countless lights shine steady, patient, eternal. Their glow faint yet certain, spilled across river and meadow alike. The moon has long since gone, leaving the stars to rule, delicate guardians of the dark, and you breathe with them all. Breath rising with the creak, falling with the splash, each cycle slower, deeper, softer. Your body sinking heavier, your thoughts drifting lighter, dissolving into nothingness. Every care floats away like mists burned by the coming dawn. Gone, vanished, leaving only stillness, only peace. The wheel turns, the river flows, the night holds all. Creak, splash, creak, splash, timeless, gentle, eternal. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The wheel lowers again, wood sliding into the river's dark flow. It rises heavy, dripping, then releases its burden in streams of shining silver that fall back into the current. Droplets scatter in arcs before vanishing into the endless moving water. The river flows on, smoothing all it receives. Its voice is constant, low and patient, a hymn without words, older than memory, endless as the turning stars. Mist covers the earth in soft folds, drifting and curling like a slow breath. It hides lines, softens edges, leaves the mill, the cottages, the meadow, and the forest bound together in one veil of dream. The meadow beneath glistens faintly, jeweled with dew, every blade bent beneath its shining crown, every droplet trembling with borrowed starlight. When the faint breeze moves, the silver beads shimmer, then fall back into stillness. The crickets hum steady, tireless, their lullaby threaded into the silence. The cottages rest without sound, timber and stone damp, roofs silvered, windows dark. Inside, breaths rise and fall in gentle rhythm, hearts slow, dreams deep, all held safe within the night's quiet arms. The forest stands solemn, its trunks and branches vast in darkness. No stir of leaf, no rustle of creature, only waiting silence, profound, complete, as though the trees themselves are dreaming upright in the starlight. Above, the sky stretches endless. Stars burn in their countless numbers, patient fires scattered across black velvet. The moon has gone, its glow surrendered beyond the horizon, leaving only the glitter of the stars to keep watch, delicate yet eternal, and you breathe with them all. With the wheel, with the river, with the hush of the night. Inhale as the creek rises, exhale as the splash falls. Slower now, softer now. Body sinking heavy, thoughts drifting away like petals on flowing water. Nothing clings, nothing lingers. All is released into the river's endless flow. The wheel turns, the river flows, the night enfolds all. Creak, splash, creak, splash. Endless, peaceful, eternal. Creak, splash, creak, splash. The wheel dips once more into the current, timbers heavy with flowing water. Weight rises, creaks, then spills away in silver arcs. droplets scattering down into the dark embrace of the river below. The river accepts them, smoothing every fall into its endless voice. It flows onward, soft and steady, its whisper winding through meadow and wood, through stone and earth, never ceasing, never tiring. Mist thickens gently across the land, a shifting veil of pale silver. It folds around the mill, drapes across the cottages, hides the forest's edge. Every shape softened, every outline blurred, the whole world drawn into one dreamlike hush. The meadow glimmers faintly beneath, each stalk crowned with dew, bent low, shining in the faint glow of distant stars. When breeze stirs, droplets tremble, scattering sparks of light, then settling again into stillness. The crickets hum without end, their song soft but constant, woven deep into the night's fabric. The cottages sleep in silence, doors closed, windows sealed and dark, roofs silvered with mist. Inside, hearts beat slow, breaths fall steady, dreams weave unseen but tenderly through the hush. The forest waits in solemn shadow, trunks and branches unmoving, vast and black against the horizon. No stir of leaf, no call of bird, no step of creature, only silence, deep and whole. Above, the heavens stretch vast, jeweled with countless stars. Flames far and steady, scattering silver across the dark vault. The moon has gone, its glow vanished, leaving only the eternal watch of starlight. And you breathe slower now. Breath rising with the creak, falling with the splash. Each cycle carrying you deeper, softer, further into rest. Body sinking heavy, mind drifting light, every thought dissolving into the hush. No worry remains. No sound intrudes, only rhythm, only stillness, only peace. The wheel turns. The river flows. The night holds all. Creak, splash. Creak, splash. Boundless, gentle, eternal. Creak, splash. Creak, splash. The wheel sinks once more, dipping deep into the river's endless current. Its timbers rise heavy, dripping with liquid silver, then pour down in falling streams, scattering droplets that vanish into the calm below. The river accepts it, carries it onward, smoothing ripples into glass, whispering in a tone steady, patient, unbroken. A voice that has spoken through ages, a voice that will always remain. Mist curls low, flowing over grass and stone, timber and path. It drapes itself around mill and meadow, around cottage and tree, until the world feels folded into one seamless veil of silence and dream. The meadow lies quiet beneath. Dew crowns each blade, shimmering faintly beneath the distant starlight. Faint breezes pass, bending stalks slow, shaking silver beads into trembling sparks before the hush claims them again. Insects hum, weaving their song endlessly into the night's fabric, a chorus without beginning, without end. The cottages sleep on, roofs glistening faint with moisture, windows dark, doors closed. Inside, hearths faint with ember glow breathe soft warmth into stone. But the sleepers are far deep, wrapped in dreams beyond reach of sound or sight. The forest waits, vast and solemn, its trunks and branches cloaked in shadow. No rustle of leaf, no stir of wing, no sound at all. Only stillness, immense and whole, as though the woods themselves have joined the slumber. Above, the heavens open wide, infinite, jeweled with countless stars. Each flame patient, eternal, scattered across black velvet. The moon has gone, its pale curve vanished, leaving starlight to keep the night in its care, and you breathe with them all. Creak as you inhale, splash as you exhale. Slower now, softer now. Your body heavy as stone, your thoughts light as mist, dissolving with every cycle of sound. No thought clings, no care lingers. Everything flows away with the river's endless course. The wheel turns, the river flows, the night enfolds everything. Creak, splash, creak, splash, unbroken, soothing, eternal.